I'm gonna, today, if you notice me, slap me. Welcome back to my channel. We have yet another sister to undergo the transformation using her own makeup. This own makeup, including Odorex foot powder. We won't be using that one today. But, this is Jill, younger sister Jill, youngest sister Jill. And we're gonna go through her stuff and use as much as possible and then fill in with anything that's missing with any mine to supplement whatever she doesn't have. So the problem with my sisters are that they all have a darker skin than I do, so my makeup tends to be lighter than theirs, which means that I can't really use the foundations. Eyeshadow is not a big deal, but foundations, I try and use what they have because it matches their skin. All right, so we're gonna start off with foundation. She doesn't have any primer. I don't think you have a primer, right? So we're just gonna start right off with foundation, and we're gonna use this, and this is an eyeshadow base, which is like a primer. So we're gonna put this on first under her under eyes. So I'm gonna let her do it because my fingernails are really long and I'm not gonna get any out, so sit. Okay. Look at mom's thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna see what color this actually is on her. It's the right color for you. That is so light. Really? I guess you don't really have a tan, so it's kind of okay, but I'm gonna use this. Let me show you what she has. She has CoverGirl Clean Normal Skin and Creamy Natural. It looks a little bit light for her, but we're gonna try it anyway. She has really rosy cheeks, so.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'll do my best. Why do you use a brush instead of your fingers?
Oh my gosh. Just because it goes on so much better. It's like flawless. It looks like you have a airbrush. Yeah. It just fills in all the lines. It like makes it much more even. Okay, so we're doing that, and now we're just going to. I don't have any of that stuff, so you'll be using your own. So she doesn't really have a lot of stuff to do, so we're gonna end up supplementing more than I anticipated, which is totally fine.
I just want to look more awake than I feel.
So she has this kind of dark bag, so we're gonna use the same thing I used for my other sister. It's the Age Rewind in Light, and it's by Maybelline. You can get it anywhere, any drugstore product. So to set that Age Rewind, I'm just going to use the same thing, the Stay Matte Rimmel. You do this, you want to go towards the nose. So it fills in all those creases, it just makes it a lot more flawless. Usually, the reason she doesn't have a lot of this stuff is because she doesn't usually do foundation on her whole face. It's always just like a little concealer under her eyes. That's why I'm using a lot of my stuff. So I'm using the Revlon Color Stay just for the rest of her face, other than her T-zone, which were her cheeks and her forehead. So I'm just gonna rub this big fluffy brush around it and just do the rest of her face. Oh my. She has an issue with her neck. Okay, I won't do your neck. And there's gonna be a lot more powder on her face, so I'm not really worried too much about setting the rest. We're gonna do bronzer and blush, so it'll stay. The cheeks aren't really the issue that for makeup staying. It's usually just the under eyes there. So speaking of that, we're gonna move on to blush, and she already told me she doesn't have any blush, so again, we're gonna do another blush from my collection. It's a mineral blush, so it's a powder, and it's in the color Rose. It's really, really pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really beautiful. It's one of those that really comes out pretty fast or goes on really dark. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the cover like so and swirl a small brush around in it. Tap it on the edge so I get any excess off and start from the back of her temple down her cheekbone. Good smile. No. Until I'm using the side of the brush, I don't want to do necessarily the whole front because then it's going to be like a big swatch. So I'm just kind of using the edge and doing it down to the cheekbone until she smiles, and do right on the apple.
Oh my gosh, your red cheeks in that picture.
Okay, there's the blush. Now we're gonna go on to contouring, and weird, she doesn't have anything for this either, so we're gonna use something of mine. All right. You've seen this in the other videos that I've done. It's Bronzilla by Revlon. It's a bronzer. I've used it a lot, as you can see. And I'm just gonna take a relatively small brush and do her cheekbones right under where the hollows of her cheeks are, around her temples here, and down her nose. Okay, so I'm gonna use this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the color Ice Latte, and I'm just gonna use a tiny bit and put it down her nose. Perfect, and I'm just gonna buff it out a little bit because it's really bright. And next, just to finish off the face, I'm going to make sure that we are recording. Yes, okay. I'm just gonna finish off the face by doing a little highlighter. It's by Hard Candy by Honeymoon. It's just so nice, I just love it. You see this like in the light and you just like go like this. Okie doke! Now on to eyes. So she wants a neutral eye and we're gonna base this whole look off of this color pencil. So she bought this the other day and it's really pretty. It's like a beautiful royal blue. I don't know where it's focused. So we're gonna base the whole look off of this. Basically a very neutral brown eye and then using this as an eyeliner. So she has a very wide assortment of shiny eyeshadows. Okay. Literally the same color in four different shades of the same color right now. Okay, 4 different shades of the same color. I don't really know how that sounds, but actually these are really pretty. They're just very shiny. So what we're gonna do is take this first color here. It's by CoverGirl. It's in the color Champagne. I think this is similar to what my mom has. We're just gonna take another round brush and put it over the entire lid. Oh. So that's just gonna go everywhere on the lid. It was just that champagne color. And as a transition color, she has a couple different like goldish taupe colors. So I'm trying to decide which ones to use. It's called Mink. And I think I'm gonna use that to do the lid and above the crease. Same brush. This is all. To kind of keep with this look, I'm gonna use one of my matte brown shadows just to kind of bring it all together. Sometimes when you use so many shiny colors, the color gets lost in the shine because it's all just shiny. So I'm just gonna take matte brown shadow and use that for the crease, for just the crease and like the outer corner of her eye, just to kind of make the shine actually pop instead of kind of just washing over the entire lid. I'm gonna use my trusty Handy Dandy Naked Basics palette, and I'm gonna use the color Faint. It's the darkest brown right there, and I'm just gonna put that in her crease and on the corner of her eye. As you can see, it really accentuates the dark crease here. It really makes the center look really nice. Are your eyes watering?
I don't know. Are they?
They're like bubbling. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of bringing it to a point. So instead of doing like a winged eyeliner, I'm just gonna bring her eyeshadow past the corner of her eye a little bit here to kind of make it into a nice little triangle. It'll make her eyes look bigger, and it'll also save from having to do some heavy eyeliner. It'll just make the eyeshadow the focus. Okay, so now we're on to the blue Game Changer. So we're gonna do it in the waterline because I think with a nice natural look like she has right now, doing like a bright bold underneath the lash line might be a little much. It might be a little like, not clownish, but it might draw too much attention to the blue than you really want. So I'm gonna have her go ahead and do it to her waterline, and we're just gonna use this and stay tuned. Hopefully it looks nice.
Oh, that brown is so pretty. I love it.
Okay, so as you can see, come nice and close, and can you, well, you're good. You can go back. The blue is like, bam, really makes a big difference. So now just to finish this eye, I'm gonna make, oh my God, look what I just did.
It's fine, but that's my best one.
Look at the bottom of it. It's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what my family does to their brushes, but they destroy them. I'm just gonna dull the bottom lash line a little bit by putting some brown, the same brown I used for the crease. And yes, come on in. This angled brush by e.l.f. And I'm just gonna dip it in the brown, the faint color, and I'm just gonna smudge it under her lash line. now we're on to mascara, and she has weird, a CoverGirl lash extension, lash exact actually, mascara. We're gonna go ahead and put that on her. Okay, so we decided to forego eyeliner because it looked perfectly fine without it, and sometimes eyeliner really makes the lid look heavy, but with the we'll fix it up. There's like a little mascara on her lid, so we'll fix that up with a Q-tip.
Hey everyone. See how good I look.
So the last thing is going to be lips. So she has given me permission to use a red lip on her. So it's just this Rimmel London Red Dynamite.
That's pretty red. That does not look burgundy.
Bam! Well, I'm going to put something over it. So we're going to do a lip liner to really lock in the color, and then we'll put something over it. So here goes.
Oh my god. That is really red.
Okay, so we're basically done. I'm just gonna add one more thing. I'm taking that same eyeshadow from before that I did the bridge of her nose, and I'm just gonna add it to her Cupid's bow.
What?
And that's basically it. So, Jill, she's very confused about the whole lip thing and how her lips actually have shape. So she's freaked out by the fact that it looks like a heart. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.